Hi everybody, I wanted to come on and share with you a couple of things, some treat boxes that I've been working on, some Easter baskets, and a little die comparison and what my feelings are or what it is that I decide makes me buy a die or makes me enjoy one die over another. I thought maybe it would help you guys. Sometimes price isn't always something I look for when I purchase a die. I hope that makes sense. Like, there are reasons why some dies are more expensive and some aren't, and I'm not really going to get into that, but I'm just going to share with you quickly my feelings on these two baskets. So what I did was I used the new rainbow lawn fawn papers to cut out. This smaller basket is using the Mama Elephant basket die. I don't know what it's called. I think online you could probably see a name, but it might be scalloped basket, or I don't really know. I'm sorry. Oops, sorry for the glare. Okay, so that one cuts out shapes that look like this, and they're about, what is that, like 6.5 inches. Okay, and then when you assemble them, they're about, let's see, 2.5 by about 2.25. So it's about 2.25 tall here, and then about 2.5 wide down here. So what I did was I used both die cuts for the handles, and I just layered them. You could use them alone or separately, but I think it looks super cute layered like that. And then this is the 3D bow that you can create. You can certainly leave the top one off and just put a gem in the middle or put this piece in the middle, but I was just playing around with the different effects of the paper. So this is how it looks with the same color cardstock. And then I was just using some scraps so that I wouldn't throw this paper away. Because you guys know, for those of you who have been watching me a while, you know I throw my scraps away. So I can't deal. But that's neither here nor there. And then I stuffed it with some purple shred that I received from Tina in our rosette swap. That was her packaging. So hey girl, she is, tell him thank you. And I just put that in there, and then I'm going to put some chocolates in there. So what I wanted to talk to you about was the differences. This one that I created, I used, I think this is Doodlebug's springtime paper from last year. And I used this die, which I don't remember when I purchased this. This must have been like last year. When it was first introduced, I purchased it from Hobby Lobby. And it's called Basket Number 2. Okay, and sorry for the glare, but there is the number. And I think this is readily available still. And the difference with the die, obviously, is the size. So this die is, let's see, 2 3/4 wide by about 2 3/4 tall at the tallest point. Okay, so you can see that it is a substantial size difference. But I will tell you, personally, for me, I like this die better. I do like the size of the Sizzix die, but this die for me is more of a convenience thing, and I'll tell you why in a second. So if you can see here, this is torn, okay? And what happens is, see how it's torn along the seams? Okay. Oh, maybe this one, yeah. See how when you fold the basket over like this, it tears here. Now, it only tears if, let me see if I can tell you, and it doesn't matter how thick your cardstock is, you see? when I was assembling it. It doesn't matter. This is 110-pound cardstock, and this is like, you know, you can see this is like, what, 60 pounds cardstock? You know, it's decorative paper. So what happens is when you run this through, like if you don't know that you need it, when you run this through with just your standard cutting sandwich, dies like this that score, that are these big steel rule dies, will cut right through the paper. So what you need to do is, when you have your base plate and then you put down your cutting pad, you need to have one of these. And I've shared this before in another video. This is a crease pad. It's not the embossing pad. It's a little bit more rigid. And what this does is it cuts your die and then it creases without cutting through the paper. But what I have found is that on some paper, it definitely does still, because maybe the machines are calibrated differently, it still does cut through sometimes. But this one is using my favorite things, grapesicle cardstock, and using the crease pad. So when I ran it through with the crease pad, obviously it just creased where it should, because you don't see any tears, right? And then without the crease pad on 110-pound cardstock by Recollections, it, you know, this is just using your standard cutting sandwich. So sometimes, for me in particular, I like the ease and the convenience of a wafer thin die, because it obviously scores. Now sometimes it just scores without stitching, you know, some of the dies, but this one has stitching. And even with the folding, you see, you get perfect folds, no ripping. Now for me, it's the convenience of it. Yes, this one is a little bit more expensive. You can use a coupon at Hobby Lobby for this one, and you obviously can't for Mama Elephant, and you have to pay shipping charges and what have you. But for me, I need to know that I can just quickly go to my die cut machine, pick my paper, run it through, and not worry about either, some of us don't have that pad, the crease pad, or where is it if we have it? Maybe I can't find it and I really need to make my project. So these are the things that I think about when I decide which die I like better, or if I come and talk to you guys about dies. It's not for everybody. You don't have to pay more, but you do see that the original price actually is not that far from the price of this one. I'll put the link to this die in the description box. So the price is only a couple dollars difference, but yes, with Hobby Lobby you can use a coupon, and you also have to have that crease pad. Otherwise you are going to get rips like this in your cardstock. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope it lets you in on a little bit of the method to my madness. And anyway, if you like my video and what I shared, I hope you give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like or don't like. If you have any other questions about dies or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. I'm happy to share what I know and what I like and don't like. So have a great week, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.